Right, give us a shout once we're on. Welcome to the National Stadium, Hampden Park, for the 2024 Only Sports Scottish Amateur Cup Final. Today's game will be contested between Cupar Hearts and Garrowhill Thistle. The Fife side will look to become just the first ever team from the kingdom to have won this competition twice. Garrowhill Thistle competing in their first ever final. Aptly, you can hear an orchestra playing around the stadium, reminiscent of Champions League music, because 22 years ago yesterday, Zinedine Zidane scored that famous volley at this venue in the Champions League final between Real Madrid and Bayer Leverkusen. But move over Los Blancos, because today we have two of Scotland's greatest amateur sides facing off to be crowned champions of the country. I'm your match commentator, Adam Binney. Alongside me is Kane Maxwell. Kane, let's be honest, this is the pinnacle of amateur football in Scotland. How excited are you for this match this evening? Yeah, I think it's going to be an absolutely cracker of a game. You know, two brilliant sides, as you said, and I think both sides are going to be just as up for it as each other. It's going to be full of action, I'm hoping anyway. Yeah, of course, I'm sure we'll be treated to a fantastic match this evening. As you can see, players and SAFA officials going through the formalities pre-match, shaking of the hands between the mascots, the players, officials, secretaries. As I just touched on earlier, some of the greatest players to have ever played the game have graced the hallowed turf here at Hampden. Now, what an opportunity for 22 or more players to have their big day at the National Stadium. Cupar Hearts, of course, winning last year's final against Thistle. They knocked out last year's finalists in the semis to face Garrowhill Thistle. Garrowhill Thistle beating Sandys 2-0 in their own semi-final, 1-0 sorry, in their semi-final to get to this stage, and now it is the big one. Kick-off is just moments away as the players will now conduct their handshaking formalities before kick-off. Let's just run through your starting teams before we get into this one. For the Cupar Hearts, they start with number 1 Jamie Cowan in goal, number 2 Scott Young, 3 Kieran Band, 5 Gavin Muffet, 7 Ian Boylan, 9 Richie Lawson, 12 Cameron Greenhill, 15 Liam Kelly, 17 Kyle Baker, 23 Ross Grant and 25 Lee Savanda. Substitutes for Cupar Hearts is Gray, Harris, Leslie, Craig McGlashan, Murphy and Meikle. For Garrowhill Thistle, they start with number 21 Callum McCauley in goal. They also go with number 2 Robbie Watter, 3 Ben Shaw, 4 Lawrence Henry, 5 Elliot Shank, 6 Craig Lamont, 7 Mark Murphy, 8 Mitchell Barclay, 9 Eli Simpson, 10 Jamie Thompson and 11 Jamie Curry. On the bench for them is Faulds, Thompson, McCready, Meffin, Jack Wilson and McFall. Your referee for this evening's tie is Graham Murphy. Kane, what do you think is going to be key for these two sides going into this game? You can see there's a number of fans here, they're playing it in a big venue. Do you think there's going to be a lot of pressure on these players? How do you think they're going to be able to handle that? Yeah, I think, of course, big pressure, but you know, they both need to be up for it. I think they both need to get off to a very, very quick start, especially, you know, if they want the best chance in this game. You know, I think overall it's just there's plenty of pressure, as you says, but you know, as an amateur side, they should be able to deal with the pressure, you know, especially when it matters, you know, in defensive attacking situations, and you know, that's the only way that they're going to end up and go out and win the game. Yeah, this is two sides who have been fantastic in their own league football as well. Cupar Hearts haven't quite been crowned champions just yet, but even if a team in second position in the Kingdom of Fife AFA are to win their games in hand, they would still be 6 points behind the Scottish champions with 2 games to go. So they're all but champions in that division. For Garrowhill Thistle, they wrapped up the league last month, the first season in the Greater Glasgow Premier League for them. Cupar Hearts, of course, no stranger to success in the Kingdom of Fife Amateur Football Association. As you can see now, your captains completing the coin toss with referee Graham Murphy. Now, if you're joining us on YouTube, make yourselves known in the live stream chat. We'll try and read out as many of your comments, many of your showings of support for your players. If you have a favourite player, do let us know. We'll give them a shout out. And also, if you can help us out, help myself and Kane out in the commentary box. If you get any information you would like to tell us about any players that you would like read out in the live stream, then absolutely we can help you out. Coin toss has taken place. Players are changing halves. You'll have in the black and white Garrowhill Thistle shooting from right to left, and in the sky blue kit shooting from left to right are your reigning champions looking to try and become the second team from Fife to have won this competition. The last time a side won this 2 years in a row was Garrowhill Park in 2017, led of course by now East Kilbride manager Mick Kennedy. Just moments away from kick-off. Well, it doesn't get much bigger than this in fact, it doesn't get bigger than this at all for the 22 men who are on this field just now. An opportunity to show the best of themselves at the National Stadium, where so many greats of football have passed through before, as the referee blows his whistle and we are underway. In the black and white, Garrowhill Thistle shooting from right to left, and your reigning champions Cupar Hearts shooting from left to right in the sky blue. Garrowhill just looking to try and play it out from the back. Nice play there. And looking to build down this left-hand side, but opts to turn. It's Mark Murphy, fouled in the middle of the park there. It's Elliot Shanks looking to try and get a short one, played nice and early. Good turn in the middle of the park there from Mitchell Barclay. Kane, it's early, but I'm going to ask you for a pre-match prediction. Who do you see favourites here?
Oh, I've got to be honest with you, Adam. I think Cupar Hearts are going to go on and grab it again. I know, to be honest, I think that they're such a good side, you know, and you look at the support that they've brought today, and it's magnificent, you know, for an amateur club to get this much recognition. You know, it's none of your professional full-on sides. There are 22 men out there who are wanting to fight for everything, you know, and it means everything to them. So for me, it's Cupar Hearts who are going to go on and win it. I wouldn't like to give a scoreline exactly.
Oh, come on, we've got to fish you
probably the worst for that. We'll go for a 2-1. I think it might be nice and tight, you know. They'll probably still give it everything, Garrowhill, but I think Cupar Hearts will just edge it away there.
Yes, Garrowhill Thistle now, they've had all of the ball in the opening exchanges as Mitchell Barclay comes away with it. Looks Barclay's going to be at the centre of everything that's good for Garrowhill this evening. As you can see, an early opportunity as they trying to release the ball down the right hand side. Good run here from Eli Simpson. Simpson knocks it back. Cross will be played into the box, looking for the header. Ben Shaw at the back. Ben Shaw gets his head on it. That comes off the back of the Cupar Hearts defender. It'll go out for a corner kick. Jimmy Cowan thought that it was going to be a goal kick, but it wasn't to be. It'll be Barclay with that left foot that'll stand over this corner on the far side as Barclay goes short. Garrowhill have an opportunity to send this into the box here. It'll be cleared away at the first time of action. It's going to come to Ben Shaw. Ben Shaw with a sliding challenge, makes it first, but come back out to Cupar Hearts, who look to try and get their first period of sustained possession in this one. Long ball sent over the top. An opportunity here to get shot away. Nice early sighter there for Richie Lawson.
Yeah, that was brilliant play there. I've got to say, fantastic ball over the top, and very, very unlucky for the striker.
Richie Lawson, remember from last year's final, always a threat in the forward areas. Good striker of the ball, as we saw with that early opportunity. Bags of pace as well, as you saw get away from his man as Garrowhill Thistle knock it down the line. Remember, if you have any comments, any message of support you would like to read out, we can see here that there's some support for Kyle Baker coming from, I believe that's his brother Lewis, supporting Kyle Baker and the rest of the boys from Bodrum, Turkey. All the way. See, we've gone international already, Kane. That just shows the magnitude of a match like this in the Scottish Amateur Cup final, drawing in crowds from all over the world to support.
Yeah, I did say at the start, you know, they've both brought fantastic support, and I think that just backs up the point all the way from Turkey. I don't obviously whether you're on holiday or what, I'm not too sure, Lewis, but I mean, to come from Turkey is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I believe if this is Kyle Baker's brother Lewis, I believe they both played together at professional level for Berwick Rangers, as we were reading courtesy of an article in the Courier earlier. As an opportunity here for Cupar Hearts. Heavy touch, but yeah, just as you touched on there, Kane, it's quite impressive the number of supporters here. But we know we had that last year. We had 1,300 Cupar Hearts fans here last year. But I think I'm even more impressed by the noise we're making. We've got a mini ultras section just down to the right here. You won't be able to see it from the live stream, but just to the right of the commentary position down below, as you can see, there's an ultra section complete with drums and megaphones, and really is providing a cup final atmosphere at Hampden.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Fair play to the lads down there. They're doing a brilliant job at creating a good atmosphere. You know, when we first arrived here, you know, just as we were heading in the doors, we could hear them all out, making themselves known rather.
An opportunity for Richie Wasson as he pulls it down the right hand side. It's going to be a real chance here for Cupar Hearts. Cuts back into the left foot and just unable to try and make the yard for the finish. Richie Wasson doing ever so well to release Cameron Greenhill on that right hand side. Greenhill chopping in onto his left foot, but well defended in the end there, Ken.
Yeah, I think Lawrence Hendry done brilliant just to put him off there. You know, he just sort of got just between himself and the keeper there, just to make it a bit more comfortable for Callum McCauley to gather that one up nice and easily.
It's been an interesting start to this one. Garrowhill Thistle seemed to be in control of possession without creating any real chances. You would say if anything, Cupar Hearts have had the only 2 sights of goal, despite not having as great a share of the ball. But now they will look to try and build as Scott Young knocks it back to Gavin Muffet. Gavin Muffet play it over to the left hand side, and now Cupar Hearts with their first real period of sustained possession in this game. Here's Muffet again, looking at wide for Scott Young. Scott Young comes inside, lovely little 1-2, but Garrowhill Thistle looking to intercept that, and now they would come away with it again. An opportunity to just flick it over the top, looking for the run of Ben Shaw, but that's going to be well marshalled by Scott Young, and he'll take a throw in on this near side. Now, as is the nature with amateur football, Kane, you can see here that the 2 members of the Garrowhill Thistle staff who are in the dugout just in front of us have boots and long socks on, of course, or named substitutes in this one, as we often see with amateur football. Lovely to see that at the National Stadium, the 2 guys in the dugout,
yeah,
fully kitted out.
I think fair play to them, you know, giving out the instructions, and then they'll shout at themselves if they create any mistakes later on.
There's Richie Wasson again, causing so many problems for Garrowhill on that right hand side. It'll be the first corner of the match for Cupar Hearts. Kieran Brand to deliver the corner kick, looking to pull it to the back post. It'll be headed back across. Unable to work. Secondary angle there after the initial cross. Really is perfect time of the year as well to be playing on a pitch like this, Kane. The pitch just looks magnificent.
Yeah, it does. Got to say, fair play to the pitch staff for keeping it in order. Especially, you know, we've seen the state that this pitch can be at times.
Well, when was that game against Georgia? That was probably about June last year, was it not? Wasn't?
I mean,
I don't think that certainly wasn't a winter months game.
I'm not too sure. Was it part of the qualifier? Yeah, it was.
I think it was like June or July of last year. Certainly similar months to this, but the pitch is looking in fantastic nick tonight. We've had some great weather in the south side of Glasgow as of late, and the pitch bearing the fruits of that. Here's Scott Young again, knocks it all the way back to Jamie Cowan in goal. Jamie Cowan, interestingly, Kane, one of 2 members of this Cupar Hearts squad who are part of the Scottish National Select squad. Just played against Northern Ireland the other day there. I think there'll be a few Garrowhill Thistle players looking to try and play their way into that squad for the next camp, given the fact they've got the opportunity to play on the biggest stage of all today?
I mean, absolutely. I think it's a great chance for them to showcase their ability. You know, sort of get their name out there. You know, if there's any sort of opportunity of getting in, it's in big games like these. If you show your performances, you know, you win your battles on the pitch, then you know you're more than capable of playing on the big show for the national side.
Yeah, definitely. I think could be a few of those players with that in mind. Of course, getting their hands on the trophy is the first objective. But it is a real privilege for players like Jamie Cowan and Kyle Baker, who have had that opportunity to represent their country at amateur level. As Garrowhill Thistle just was dispossessed on the edge of the box here. It'll be an opportunity. The ball falls back to Richie Lawson. Lawson looking to try and poke the ball through, but it's going to fall back here for Cammy Greenhill. Greenhill looking to try and go down the right hand side, but strong tackle there by Ben Shaw.
Yep, absolutely brilliant tackle there, just to sort of ease the pressure off a little bit. You know, still plenty of danger here coming from the Cupar Hearts attack, but you know, just good to calm things down. You know, from the Garrowhill perspective.
Scott Young over the long thrown. Looks as if he's going to send this one long into the box. Now it's easy to do this down public parks. Can he do it at Hampden? It's much wider surface. Oh, absolutely he can. I believe that's Fife's answer to Rory Delap playing it right back for Scott Young. Looks to go for the nutmeg. Scott Young has won it back again. He can deliver a cross in now. Headed clear. It's going to fall back to Cupar Hearts. So the edge of the area, it will come its way back to Scott Young. Can he find a teammate with a cross this time? Steps up his opposition number. Looks like it's come back off Young. Looked as though that could have been a goal kick, but no. Line on the near side. Opts to award corner kick.
I think it's probably fair to say he's probably got the best of angles compared to us up here, but
yeah, absolutely. We'll trust the line on this one. Delivered into the box by Kieran. Band header at the back post. Inside the 6-yard box. Kane, that's our first real opportunity of this match. It's fallen the way of Cupar Hearts, and should they be one ahead?
I mean, that's a brilliant opportunity. I think they probably could have took the lead there, but I've noticed that as an area that they seem to be exploiting at the moment. Cupar Hearts is that back post, especially on the corners. You know, when they're being delivered in, there's a lot of action at that back post.
Looks
I wonder
like
if that continues.
Short back pass here is well dealt with in the end by Callum McCauley, but Garrowhill Thistle not shy at playing out from the back at all, and despite some early worries with that, it doesn't look like they're going to change from that, Kane. That's clearly the way they've been taught to play. That's their principle. That's the way they're going to go for this whole match. Look at the pace here. Lovely work from Jamie Thompson. It's just like Jamie Thompson can definitely be an outball. There's an opportunity here. It's picked up. Edge of the area. Here's a shot. Weak attempt in the end by Mitchell Barkley. We know he's had a bright start to this match. A cultured left foot. Technically gifted footballer. He'll be disappointed he didn't catch that one with more venom there, Ken.
He could have, and he probably should have hit that one with a bit better contact there. It was quite a weak shot, as you says, and he sort of dragged it.
Lovely little reverse pass there a few moments ago from Lee Sabanda. He's tried his hand at professional football as well, has Sabanda, formerly of Arbroath, not far from Cupar, of course. A lovely ball. It's going to fall to Mitchell Barkley. He's going to find his teammate Ben Shaw on the left hand side. Here's Ben Shaw shaped across with his right foot, but that's nowhere near Eli Simpson in the centre of the box. See, Cupar Hearts, when the ball goes behind for a goal kicker, looking to try and play very quickly. Don't allow the ball to be out of play for very long. Perhaps a tactic to catch their opposition off guard.
Yeah, I think it can work at times, and as you can see, very quickly they've got into that attacking phase there.
It's sent long. Chance for Eli Simpson to challenge of Gavin Moffat, unable to create anything of it. So we'll come back to Scott Young. Scott Young into the feet of Lawson. Fantastic work again from Lawson. Finds Greenhill. Greenhill down the left hand side. Can he cut it back? There's an opportunity. Oh! Huge opportunity for Ross Grant. Great work from Greenhill and from Lawson, combining on that right hand side, opening up the opportunities. Don't think there was any real shout for a penalty there, Kane, but Ross Grant coming oh so close to the opener here.
Well, I think it came off of Callum McCauley, and if it did, I've got to credit him. That's a fantastic save there. I mean, the pressure, there was plenty of danger in that box there. I think there was 3 or 4 Cupar Hearts shots waiting to pounce onto that cross there, and just so luckily for Garrowhill, they didn't get onto it.
Yeah, more messages of support to read out. Craig L says, "Mon the Hertz." I've got Bar Dub saying best of luck to Cupar Hearts from down here in Sydney, Australia. Now we've gone one further than Turkey. We've got a supporter from Turkey and a supporter from Sydney, Australia now as well. Is it fair to say that we could have a global Cupar Hearts fan base?
Well, I mean, I know I said that they were a large fan base, but I certainly wasn't expecting Australia, you know, the opposite side of the world. Must be a either very, very late night for them or a very early morning, because it can't be the same time zone, of course.
Yeah, big support from Turkey in the Middle East, and of course Australia over in Oceania. Support, of course, for the Garrowhill boys as well, coming in from Paul Sutherland. Paul is supporting Eli Simpson and all of the Garrowhill boys. Oh, there's a penalty shout there, perhaps coming off the left arm of the defender there, not given. Referee's not interested, but yeah, big shout out to Paul Sutherland for his comment supporting Eli Simpson and the Garrowhill boys. Wishing Eli good luck from Paul, Jennifer and Max. Smurdo Denham is telling us that Cupar Hearts are massive, and given their support in Turkey and Australia, I think it's difficult to disagree with that statement, Kane.
Yeah, absolutely. Spot on with that one. I was just looking at that replay there from the handball shout. I mean, I think the referee's got that one right. Spot on with that one. I don't think it was a handball, overly lots, but no VAR to slow us down anyway. So it's all free play. Yeah,
this is pure unfiltered football. No meddling about with VAR technology today. Something so great about the amateur game that it is, as I said, it's unfiltered, and it's probably football in its purest form. 22 players, not playing for egos, not playing for money, not playing for fame, nothing but a love for the badge on their chest. And it's an opportunity again there. Now, Garrowhill probably had the better of the open exchanges in the first 5 minutes, but it seems to be all Cupar Hearts now, Kane.
Yeah, I think Cupar Hearts have structured themselves really well. You can see Garrowhill trying their best to break down the defence, but they're holding up so well at the moment, Cupar Hearts, and the attack is just as good. I mean, you look at that, there's another long ball, but the referee has blown for a foul.
Yeah, we're getting more comments of support from all over the world again. We've gone Middle East, we've gone Far East, and now we're going as far west as you can. Mon the Thistle from New York, says Joshua. So there's another one to add to the list of global support. Also, best of luck to Garrowhill captain Rab Latter, coming from Dom Bahoy. Ben Patterson says, Mon the Hearts, Fife lads showing at yous what we're all about. And then there's Mon Garrowhill Thistle from Tenerife. So Garrowhill Thistle coming back with their own support. We've got Sydney and Turkey for Cupar Hearts, and then Tenerife and New York for Garrowhill Thistle. That's a long way from Bailison.
It is indeed. I couldn't imagine a wee journey to watch a game, especially if you're living in New York. Wow.
This is a little better from Garrowhill Thistle. Just as I say that, we've got our first commentator's curse of the evening. It was bound to happen. It's only taken 18 minutes. And just as I thought they were building a promising attack, the ball is played out of play. Let's give a shout out as well. Gus Shields has given us a comment. We have to give a big shout out to Ailey Lennox. I hope it's Ailey and not pronounced Ellie. Ailey Lennox, I believe, is the biggest Cupar Hearts fan. Unfortunately, she can't make it tonight, but she says, but apparently according to Gus, she's the biggest Cupar Hearts fan in the world, bar none. So hopefully Ailey's watching on from home and supporting her team. I'm on the Hearts from the French Alps. Now, I'm not sure, Kane, if now people are starting to catch on. An easy way to get a shout out is to give us elaborate geographical locations, because I'm not sure about you, but I don't think it's quite skiing season in the French Alps in May. So perhaps our leg is being pulled with this one. But if you are indeed in the French Alps supporting Cupar Hearts, then fair play to you.
Well, the French Alps, I've got to say, they're testing my geographical knowledge there. Because I tell you what, I couldn't pinpoint it on a map where I'd be looking.
The Alps? Really?
Yeah.
Honestly, what are they teaching at the schools these days?
Rocks and seas.
Yep, absolutely. We thought we had gone global, but we've now gone intergalactic, because Christopher Grant says Mon Cupar from Mars. So I think that'll be the last shout out we give from geographical location. Maybe it was a bit of a mistake. We've left ourselves exposed to that one, but if you are and Ryan Scott's come back. I sure am in the French Alps. Been here for 5 years, bud. So fair enough. Perhaps Ryan Scott isn't pulling her leg, but Christopher Grant certainly isn't on Mars. So we've got French Alps, we've got Tenerife, we've got Turkey, we've got New York, we've got Australia. Support from all over the world, but what matters is the 22 players on the pitch here at Hampden Park. An opportunity from Scott Young there, well defended again by Garrowhill Thistle. Cupar Hearts piling on the pressure here, Kane.
Yeah, brilliant. Again, absolutely brilliant play going forward, and I think it was a shot just blocked well by the Garrowhill defence, and another corner. Probably struggling to start keeping up with how many corners we've had here already. Yeah,
they all seem to be on this side as well. Kieran Band is lucky enough he's going over to that corner where the Cupar Hearts ultra section are stationed. Plenty of support there as Band will deliver it front post this time, headed away, but it's only going to fall as far as Lisa Banda. His effort lets him down. Garrowhill still looking to try and play short out from the back. Going a little longer with the pass this time. Good ball, finds the feet of Jamie Thompson. Jamie Thompson knocks it back, but it's gone out of play on the right hand side. Nearly a quarter of the way through the action. Kane, what have you made of the first 21 minutes or so here?
I think, to be honest, I think it's been fairly paced. It's not been draggingly slow. Both sides have wanted a good pace on the ball, especially going forward, trying to catch each other out. I think Cupar Hearts have probably done that a bit better though. I think when you look at the attacking stats so far, it certainly shows that anyway. But Garrowhill are definitely trying to be patient, but they're not being slow.
There's an opportunity here, Richie Lawson. Next inside, Richie Lawson gets his shot away. Just wide of the right hand post. You can see Garrowhill Thistle and their insistence on playing out for the back, maybe stinging them a little bit here, Kane.
I think he took that on the wrong foot there, Richie Lawson. Thought maybe he could have used his left foot there and perhaps curled it into that far left side instead, but it's an unlucky effort from him. Great offensive determination though to win it back.
There's Jamie Thompson looking to try and make it stick. It'll be sent forward in search of Eli Simpson, but too much on it is expertly done by Jamie Cowan. Just knocks it into his own penalty area with the outside of the boot and then collecting with his arms. It's little details like that that separate good goalkeepers from great goalkeepers, and it's no surprise that a player of Jamie Cowan's quality is one that's involved with the national team setup.
Yeah, well, as you said there, he is a great goalkeeper. To get a call up is very difficult, and as we spoke on earlier, this is a great chance for them, both sides, to showcase their players and hopefully get a call up for themselves. But I've got to say, my heart was beating out my chest there just as we were going to collect that one.
Oh, it's an opportunity now for Thompson. Thompson puts it to Mitchell Barclay. Mitchell Barclay looking to try and slide it through for Eli Simpson. Stumbles on the first attempt. The referee blows his whistle. There's a flag up on the far side for offside. You think Barclay just delayed the pass by a nanosecond and allowing Eli Simpson just to stray offside eventually?
Yeah, I think he definitely could have played that one a tad bit quicker. I think the fans probably were rooting that on. You could hear there, but I just thought perhaps a moment of hesitation delayed that one.
It's been a brighter last few minutes for Garrowhill Thistle. They look like they're enjoying more of the ball. Here's Jamie Thompson, just can't keep it in on his left foot. We know that Thompson's a threat, of course, picking up the interception just shortly before that opportunity that we saw moments ago. Here's Liam Kelly, knock it back for Cowan. Cowan shifts it for Gavin Moffat. Lee Sabanda. Moffat sends it in search of Richie Lawson. Flag doesn't go up, no foul given there as Richie Lawson will have an opportunity to drive towards the box. Lawson, it's deflected. Well saved at the second time of asking by Callum McCauley. What are you thinking? No foul? No foul?
No foul for me. I thought he's used his strength there to keep a hold of that one. I didn't see any sort of push or anything, so yeah, I think the referee got that one correct.
Yeah, Craig Lamont appealing for a foul on our near side linesman had a great view of it, wasn't interested. Richie Lawson just bursting toward goal. Now Garrowhill can come away with it. Here's Mark Murphy. It's well played under pressure. It's wide for Ben Shaw. Can play from Thistle, but a little bit more sustained possession now as Elliot Shanks can play it over to the right hand side.
I was just looking at Cupar Hearts pressing there, and I've noticed they're tending to try and close down Garrowhill into a tight space and make it a lot difficult for them, and it's certainly causing a few problems because their passing options are limited.
Just coming on the ball, we've got plenty more comments to read out of support. A couple of predictions coming through as well. Ben Patterson saying it'll be 2-0 Cupar Hearts. We've got a 4-0 Hearts prediction from Matthew Morgan. I'm sure we can get some more comments from Garrowhill Thistle fans to show their support. We've got Come On the Hearts from Callum Lundy watching from Cupar. So we have our first local, Richard Flockhart, bringing the cup back home, boys, from the Flockharts in Ladybank. And then we'll leave the more recent comments to those in the comment section to fight amongst themselves.
It's got me wondering what that one's about now.
We also have Big Will claiming he's watching from the Mount Everest base camp. Breaking play here. It's Scott Young down for a moment, but doesn't require treatment. Back up to his feet nice and quick as Garrowhill will have a throw in on our near side, about 10-15 yards into their own half. Shaw sends it up looking for Eli Simpson. It will come to Mitchell Barkley. Mitchell Barkley sends it looking for Eli Simpson. Eli Simpson with his left foot looking to get across. It's going to come back off of Eli Simpson. Referee points for a goal kick, and you can really hear the first groans coming from the Garrowhill Thistle support there. They believe that they should have had a corner.
I think there was a wee double deflection there. I think it hit off both of them, but obviously I think it came off of the Cupar Hearts defender last. It was a tight call, to be honest, but of course, wanting your team to go on and get set pieces, especially in these sort of games, you can cause a lot of danger with them.
Now here's an opportunity for Cameron Greenhill. Comes back into his left foot, back out onto his right foot, but well defended in the end. Cameron Greenhill looking to try and go one way and in the other. Strong tackle from Lisa Banda, wins the ball beautifully, but the referee blows his whistle. Cupar Hearts fans not happy with that one. I don't know about you, Kane, but I thought he won the ball cleanly there, Lisa Banda.
Yeah, so did I. I think the ref did as well, and a slight hesitance in stopping play there for the foul. Not sure if he was perhaps persuaded by sort of the severity of the challenge.
Yeah, a few more comments of support for Garrowhill now. Chris Young saying Mon the Garrowhill 2-1 is his prediction. 2-1 Garrowhill Thistle. Jamie Thompson with the winner is what Ross is commenting. Scott Check is saying saying 3-0 Cupar Hearts. Wonder if that's Scott's real name. I don't think so.
I've got to question that.
We're hearing chants of Super Jamie Cowan in goal. Common chant for goalkeepers these days. He hasn't really been called into action just yet. Do you think that'll be one regret from Thistle so far in this first half? They haven't really been able to work Cowan.
I think it probably is. You know, I thought, you know, it's been great to hold up from a Cupar defensive perspective. I thought they've done well to keep Garrowhill in their own half as much as they possibly can. I'd probably say I did see a comment agreeing. I don't think the ball has been in Cupar Hearts' half much so far.
There's a cross sent into the box, an opportunity at the back post. Ian Boylan tries to get his right toe onto it, just lifted over the head of Richie Lawson, and there was Boylan, just can't get that outstretched leg onto it. But another opportunity for Cupar Hearts. They're knocking on the door now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Garrowhill really need to try and up that game here, try and create a few opportunities of their own. It's coming more like a defensive showdown here.
Yeah, full deep into their own defensive half for Garrowhill Thistle now. Beyond the half-hour mark at the National Stadium, still goalless between Garrowhill Thistle and Cupar Hearts. If you're just joining us, not many chances to report. Cupar Hearts definitely having the better of the opportunities and the better of the ball in this first half-hour, but no goals to show for it just yet. Sent forward by Shanks. Lovely work from Cameron Greenhill on the right-hand side. Burns his defender. Greenhill looking to slide it in for Lawson, but good work. It looks like Cammy Greenhill's going to be a bit of a threat on this right-hand side. Big shout out to him from family member Becky in the comment section.
Yeah, it was brilliant play from Cameron Greenhill there, and I could just see in the centre, Richie Lawson was really calling for that one. I just don't think the pass was on though.
There's Eli Simpson, gives it back to Mark Murphy. Mark Murphy twisting and turning it will come back to Barkley. Barkley just weak with the left-footed pass. It's good play there from Ben Shaw. As Elliot Shanks knocks it forward. An opportunity now for Mark Murphy to bring it forward. There's Michael Curran, back to Shaw. Shaw will play all the way back to Shanks. Shanks looking for the long diagonal. It's going to be won here by captain Robbie Latta. Robbie Latta looks to try and play one touch down the line to set himself for the cross. Got by his full-back, but just ran out of turf in the end. And he'll go out for a goal kick, which will be kindly accepted by Jamie Cowan.
It's a nice idea there, I've got to say. He tried to execute it, try and get round the defender, but just rather unlucky to see it go out for a goal kick, rather than perhaps an opportunity in the centre of the box.
Long ball here sent in search of Kyle Baker. It's not forward, here's Grant. Grant, great turn, and play it wide for Baker. Opportunity for Baker to face his man 1v1. Baker on that left foot, chops inside, knocks it wide, looking for Lawson. Can't find his man. He's sent forward, looking for Jamie Thompson. Jamie Thompson could be in here. Jamie Thompson looks to loft it over the goalkeeper. First real opportunity of the match for Garrowhill Thistle, and Jamie Thompson unlucky with the finish. Right idea probably, Kane.
Yeah, absolutely. But those kind of shots are very difficult to execute. You know, you see it even at the top level, top professional players struggle to create finishes like that. I've got to wonder, maybe could you have maybe kept it down and gone for a powerful strike?
Yeah, it was a good ball in behind nonetheless from Craig Lamont. Strong pressure here, but Cupar Hearts dealing with it well. It's sent forward. Grant goes for first time pass, but Jamie Greenhill's not going to be able to get on the end of that one. Let's give a big shout out to Connor Scott on his engagement coming from Kieran Mackay. Congratulations to Connor. Kyle Bay with a chance. It's going to fall back to Richie Lawson. Richie Lawson on the left foot. It's sat up nicely for him, bouncing after an attempt from Kyle Baker at the front post, deflected back into the path of Richie Lawson with the left foot attempt just over the crossbar, Kane.
Yeah, I think he's got under that a bit too much there. I can see he was going for that top left corner, but just too much height on in that one. Perhaps leaning back a bit too much and getting his feet under the ball as well. Probably a combination of the two of them.
It's good play from Cupar Hearts here, but it's picked out. Here's Mitchell Barkley. Barkley turning ever so well in centre of the pitch. Lawrence Hendry, you can hear the megaphone is now out, Kane, with the sirens. I'm sure that'll be a feature all evening.
I tell you what, when they first arrived, the fans, I heard that siren, I thought, oh, we've got a few confrontations already. But I looked out the window and, much to my surprise, it was the Cupar fans with their megaphone and their drum.
There's Sabanda looking for Richie Lawson. There's a mistake at the back here. Richie Lawson is in, and it goes just wide of the right post. A massive opportunity for the Scottish champions to give themselves the lead in the Scottish Amateur Cup final. Great ball in behind from Sabanda, but Richie Lawson will be kicking himself that he couldn't finish that one, Kane.
So unfortunate for him. I've just noticed his head went down there a bit, but
yeah, I think Craig Lamont, I think it is, that's down just now. Or is it Lawrence Hendry? Can't quite see from here. Let's hope Craig Lamont, who I think is down just now, is going to be okay. I think he pulled up just as the ball went in behind there. Not sure if it's a hamstring or a calf or something. It's gone there. We certainly hope he's okay, but Kane, that's a massive opportunity for Richie Lawson. And in cup finals like this, where you don't get a lot of opportunities and defences can be quite stuffy, they might live to regret that one.
Absolutely. As I said, it's very unlucky, but it's not the greatest of sights here. You know, with the stretcher coming on, but back onto that chance, you can't get a better opportunity than that. You know, one-on-one, just had to compose himself that little bit more, and that could have ended up in the back of the net for Cupar Hearts, and they could well be celebrating.
Yeah, a player of his quality, you would expect to stick that one away. Of course, scored one of the 2 goals in the semi-final against Thistle. Richie Lawson really unlucky with that. That's definitely the best opportunity of the game so far. Give a big shout out to Marco for recovering from his op. That comes in from Blair Campbell. Hopefully recovery goes well, Marco. So looking like there's going to be a change. We can't see who that's going to be just yet. But Kane, at this stage of a game, this stage of a final, losing a player who is at the heart of your defence, it's not really where you want someone to get injured. And of course you don't want injuries in any position. But when you're under a lot of pressure, you don't want to be losing central defenders.
Absolutely. You know, you come into a final and you want your strongest team out there. Of course, not saying that the substitutes are incapable, but you know, to be put into the starting lineup is certainly praisable. But I think it's difficult to tell who is going to come on and replace.
I certainly hope Craig is okay. Looks to be in a lot of discomfort. Big shout out coming in from Jackie Wilson saying, awesome Ross Grant. She is supporting Cupar Hearts. Ross Grant, of course, in central midfield for the reigning champions today. If you're just joining us at Hampden Park, Scotland's National Stadium, we are experiencing a lengthy delay in play just now. Garrowhill Thistle's central defender Craig Lamont down, injured. Ball was played in behind from Lisa Banda. Craig Lamont looked to be underneath it, and we're unsure exactly what the extent of the injury is. Likely to be a hamstring or a calf issue, some sort of, I was going to say muscle pull, but given the severe discomfort it looks to be in, more likely to be a muscle tear, given the attention he is receiving from the fantastic medical staff we have here at Hampden this afternoon. Looks as though replacing him will be Alistair McCready. So Alistair McCready is lumbering up in the technical area. Oh, sorry, it's not Alistair McCready, it's Paul Thompson who is warming up. My apologies. Looks as though Paul Thompson getting himself ready to come on in place of Craig Lamont once Lamont is safely taken off the pitch. As we approach half time, I'm sure there'll be plenty of additional time, Kane, but what are your thoughts on the game this far?
I think Cupar Hearts certainly on top of their game. I thought they've came out in this first half and shown the quality. They've shown some attacking threats, you know, especially from that big chance that of course happened just after the injury from Craig Lamont. But you know, Garrowhill have struggled really in terms of attacking quality. Defensively though, I thought they've held up well. You know, they've kept Cupar Hearts out of the net, although plenty of chances have fizzled past it too.
Yeah, we were just speaking moments ago about Ross Grant. There's more support coming in, this time from Tom Cairns, saying that Ross Grant is the Schuchter Cruz. Some comparison, watched Tony Cruz boss Champions League semi-finals as of late. You can see certainly parts of Tony Cruz's game I'm sure he learned from Ross Grant.
I would love to just see a little comparison between the two highlights, see if they could give each other a good game.
Also have a shout out to Kyle Baker coming from his uncle Bob Fox in Glenrothes, and Ryan Allen says that Jamie Thompson is the East End's version of Zidane. But we're just talking about Zidane. Of course, it was 22 years ago yesterday that Zidane scored that famous volley at Hampden Park in the Champions League final for Real Madrid against Bayer Leverkusen. It would be great if we could get something similar like that today, and according to Ryan Allen, Jamie Thompson could be that man. I would
absolutely love to see a strike somewhat similar, if not identical. That would be sensational if it was the exact cause of events. But you can just hear those ultras down there. They've certainly not quieting down at all in this first half. Was that potentially a jinx there?
Medical team just still taking their time with Craig Lamont, that far side. He's now being stretchered off the pitch. We really hope that Craig Lamont will be okay. He'll of course be replaced by number 14, Paul Thompson. A really big opportunity now, Kane, for substitute Paul Thompson coming on to a national final in the first half. What do you think's going through his mind? It's looking like it's going to be a like for like switch. He'll slot in central defence unless we can see any shape change. No, looking more maybe right of a back three for Paul Thompson. See once they shape up, but how important is it for Paul Thompson to get a few early touches and get himself into this game?
Yeah, absolutely. He'll definitely need to get himself into the pace of the game as soon as he can, especially, you know, it's such a big game and you can't come into this and not be prepared. I mean, I doubt he will be unprepared, but you can just hear the applause there from the Cupar Hearts fans.
Yeah, lovely embrace there. Craig Lamont clapping the supporters as he's coming off the pitch. The supporters showing their appreciation for their central defender as well, so really hope that Craig Lamont can make a recovery. Wishing him all the best. Looks to be in serious discomfort coming off of the pitch. So as the stadium now stands to applaud both sides, Cupar Hearts and Garrowhill Thistle, applauding Craig Lamont, who is receiving oxygen, air and oxygen, as you can see from that stretcher. We will bring you the latest when we hear it on updates from his injury. Fantastic player at the heart of defence for Garrowhill Thistle. A sore loss for them, but we really hope first and foremost that he can make a recovery. Here's Eli Simpson, can now get towards goal. A nice ball there put in behind by Mitchell Barkley. Eli Simpson seems to be a bit of a nuisance up there for Garrowhill Thistle. Yeah, you know,
despite the poor sort of attacking quality from Garrowhill, he's certainly shown a good bit of quality there, and well defended by Gavin Moffat, just to prevent, you know, a clean shot on target perhaps.
Yeah, there'll be 8 minutes of additional time to this first half after the lengthy delay due to Craig Lamont's injury. Of the aforementioned Lawson. Come back to him now. Comes wide for Cameron Greenhill. Greenhill knocks it back to Scott Young. Scott Young looking for options as Lawson appeals for the foul from behind under the challenge of Lawrence Hendry. Not given. I think at this stage, Kane, that both sides will be happy to try and get themselves in 0-0 at half time.
Yeah, I think a goal at this stage would probably change both sides' half-time team talk.
There's an opportunity now for Eli Simpson going towards Jamie Cowan. Jamie Cowan just slices the clearance, but you can see Garrowhill Thistle, for all their fantastic work of playing out from the back and being able to create passing opportunities there, it seems like their biggest threat is actually going a little bit more direct and going in behind, looking for the pace and the power of Eli Simpson in that attacking third. Launched by Grant, looking for Richie Lawson. He'll chase this one down, but that's well read by Lawrence Hendry as Hendry knocks it up the line. Fantastic pass to pick out Ben Shaw. Shaw plays it inside, but the pass from Michael Curran is unable to reach Eli Simpson, who was in an offside position. Now Cupar Hearts' opportunity to make something. Here's Band, plays it forward for Baker. Baker knocks it back to Band. Lovely work from Scott Young, making the angle on the inside. We're seeing inverted fullbacks here, but he's dispossessed. There's an opportunity now for Garrowhill to make their way forward. Good work this from Mark Murphy. Mark Murphy goes from distance over the crossbar and nearly takes out a ball boy in the process, but another sign of what you can expect in the final third from Garrowhill.
Yeah, a glimmer of hope there in the attack. Thought it was a good bit of power on the shot. You know, as you can see, I think the ball boy's hands a little bit sore there, just giving a wee test for himself. But yeah, certainly shows what he's capable of in terms of attacking for Garrowhill. You know, if they keep plugging away, they'll definitely get the chances, and of course they just need to convert them. It's easier said than done, though.
Yeah, Thistle pick up the ball again here as Curran has it in the centre of the park, finds Mark Murphy. Mark Murphy just is dispossessed there. Now it's an opportunity for Cupar Hearts to create an opportunity of their own as Richie Lawson is able to knock it forward. Cameron Greenhill will go and chase this. He's up against his defender. Greenhill does well to come inside. The ball's going to fall in the box. It fell there to Kyle Baker. If there was anyone you wanted that to land to, it would be the Scottish amateur international. But here's Richie Lawson. Richie Lawson looking to try and make an angle of his own. And it's going to be a corner kick. Not long left of this first half, Kane, but we saw earlier in the match Cupar Hearts can be very dangerous from corner kicks.
Absolutely. I mentioned earlier on they like to go to the back post. I wonder if they'll probably aim for that again, but looks the way that they're taking shape here, it's perhaps heading into more towards the centre direction, unless that runner.
Band looking for the back post, but it's going to fall back for Ben Grant here. Ross Grant, sorry. Ross Grant knocks it in off the crossbar. It's going to fall back, and it's in! Opening goal! Cupar Hearts take the lead. Ian Boylan smashes it into the roof of the net. Cartwheel celebration as he goes over to embrace the Cupar Hearts ultras in this near corner. The holders are ahead. 1-0 Cupar Hearts.
Wow, what a strike that was. Absolutely brilliant. You just see him slice right through the ball there. Absolutely sensational strike there. And you can see the passion there from him. He's loving that one, certainly the fans are too. But,
yeah, fantastic finish there from Ian Boylan. We just spoke moments ago about the threat of Cupar Hearts from set pieces, as now you can really hear the Cupar Hearts fans making their voices heard. And why not? Because the holders are ahead and now on track to completing back-to-back Scottish Cup final victories and becoming the first team from Fife to do so. Great finish there from Ian Boylan, but it's coming at a really difficult time for Garrowhill Thistle as well, Kane, just moments before half-time.
Yeah, as we literally just mentioned a couple of moments ago, that's certainly going to change both sides' half-time team talks. I think perhaps Cupar Hearts will definitely want to go and grab another one, give themselves a bit of peace of mind.
There's an opportunity now at the other end. Here's Ben Shaw. We'll knock it back to Mark Murphy on the edge of the area. It's going to fall for Eli Simpson. Simpson looking to make an opportunity. Simpson, is he going to go back to Shaw? Shaw looking to work an angle. Come to the back post here. Lands right on the head of Jamie Thompson. Fantastic ball from Mitchell Barclay, picking out Thompson at the back post. Was that the opportunity? Probably the best of the half for Thistle.
Well, as honestly,
it's intense stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really sparked into life.
It's left me a bit stunned there how quickly that attack formed and how well they structured that.
And as the referee blows the half-time whistle, the players will make their way back down the tunnel. It was a fairly tame opening half an hour or so, but it sparked into life moments before the half-time whistle. That's because a fantastic volleyed effort from none other than Ian Boylan has Cupar Hearts, the holders, in the lead at the break. Can they do it? Can they do it again? Surely not. Well, you would think 1-0 ahead at half-time. They're certainly in the right place. Half-time at the National Stadium in the only Sports Scottish Amateur Cup final. It's Cupar Hearts 1, Garrowhill Thistle 0. Welcome back to the National Stadium, Hampden Park, for the 2024 edition of the Only Sport Scottish Amateur Football Association Cup Final. Currently, Cupar Hearts 1, Garrowhill Thistle 0 after 45 minutes of fantastic footballing action. A fantastic goal from Ian Boylan has the Fife side in front as the holders look to try and make it 2 in a row. I'm your match commentator, Adam Binney. Alongside me for the second half again is Kane Maxwell. Kane, just your overall thoughts after that first 45 minutes of action?
Yeah, to be honest, I fully had my heart set on it, potentially probably finishing 0-0, and then that late sort of towards the end of the half goal certainly changed the atmosphere in terms of the Cupar Hearts supporters.
Yeah, something we noticed at half-time as well, as made aware of by some of our colleagues downstairs, that none other than SPFL Player of the Year and PFA Scotland Player of the Year Lauren Shankland is in attendance today. Of course, he's well versed in scoring goals at Hampden, Scottish international, but also scored many goals in his time at this stadium as a player for Queen's Park. Lauren Shankland, of course, growing up in close proximity to this ground and to where Garrowhill Thistle are from, so I would imagine that's who he's here to support, unless it's the Hearts connection or Cupar Hearts that he's here for. So perhaps can call himself a neutral, but you know, we were talking in that first half, Kane, about some of the people from all over the world watching this, but you've got one of Scotland's top footballers right now, and in fact they're the Player of the Year in the top division here watching this game. Yeah,
just shows the extent, you know, how exciting this game is. You know, you've got sort of from Australia to I think it was New York, and you've even got top player, you know, goals. Is he top goal scorer in the?
Yes,
the
not just
Premiership?
the 30th of the season at the weekend, and he is top goal scorer in the Scottish Premiership. I think with 25 now league goals maybe. But yeah, fantastic player, top goal scorer, Player of the Year, well deserved. And he's here getting his football fix on this Thursday evening as Cupar Hearts, the holders of the Scottish Amateur Cup, leading 1-0 at half-time. Just an update on the injury sustained by Craig Lamont in that first half as well. We initially thought that it was some sort of muscle tear, but that did seem strange, and alarm bells were ringing when we saw the discomfort it was in, the fact he was on gas and air and stretchered off. We've had it confirmed that it was a knee injury, looks to be a knee dislocation. So as and when we get more information on the injury sustained by Garrowhill Thistle defender Craig Lamont, we will bring you that, but it looks early on to be a knee dislocation, with his knee, as we were told by the physio, more than 2 inches north of the position that it should be. A real shame for a talented defender and his big opportunity at the national final, but he'll be hoping that his replacement Paul Thompson and the rest of his teammates can try and get this job done and get themselves back into this match. A throw in on this near side for Cupar Hearts. It'll be Kyle Baker, and as always, as we said in that first half, if you have any comments, any shout outs you would like to request, please leave them in the comment section of the live stream and we will read them out for you. Deep free kick sent long in search of a run. Here's Mitchell Barclay. Barclay plays it down the right hand side, but it's picked up by Ross Grant, who can knock it into the feet of Lawson. Richie Lawson does ever so well. Fantastic footwork from Richie Lawson here. Now, if you want to treat yourself to a little bit more action, some more coverage of this evening's Only Sport Scottish Amateur Cup final. You can head over to the Youth Football Scotland social media accounts, in particular our Twitter, where you can have a half-time piece to camera by our reporter Jack Rogerson, bringing you all of the latest from down there. There's an opportunity now. Garrowhill Thistle. Here's Eli's through. Goes by the goalkeeper, knocks it in, but there's a flag up on the near side. It's not going to count. The ball was flicked on, knocked into the path of Eli Simpson. He was through, done well to set himself, knocks it underneath the goalkeeper, but the linesman blows, and it's offside, Kane, but that's a warning sign.
Absolutely. Brilliant determination there, and you can just see the unhappiness there from the fans there. They were pretty convinced he was on. Not too sure myself. Couldn't really tell from the line, but
we will be treated to a replay in a moment's time, just not for the viewers, I'm afraid, but we will have one for our own benefit, so we should be able to give. Oh, it's really difficult to tell on this replay. Perhaps Eli Simpson had checked back, and then that's why he looked onside. Difficult to tell from where he played. He's maybe come from an offside position.
But probably, perhaps. It seems like there was a slight tussle.
Yeah, we just had the benefit of another replay there. It does look like the linesman got that one spot on, and Eli Simpson was indeed in an offside position. Big shout out to producer Stuart for providing us with that. So for those who haven't had an opportunity to see it again, it looks like the referee got the correct call, and Simpson was indeed offside. But it's been a much better 5 or 6 opening minutes to this half by Garrowhill Thistle. They're looking like they're going to have a bit more of a go in this second half. Oh, yeah, great ball, by the way. Mark Murphy, fantastic crossfield pass.
Just about to say, I think I've noticed the style of play has changed for Garrowhill there. They're starting to use the wide ranges a lot more often. They were going more direct through the centre, trying to play it over the top in the first half, but certainly looks to have changed, and they're certainly starting to create a bit of danger now.
There's Mitchell Barclay over the corner, as he often is, ready to use that left foot to deliver. Good ball from Barclay. He's knocked into the centre of the box, well cleared in the first and second time of asking by Cupar Hearts. Here's Scott Young, can play it down the line. Good hold up play from Richie Lawson, as Lawson can poke it into the corner as Cammy Greenhill gives chase. Cammy Greenhill, well defended in the first one. I thought maybe that Greenhill was going to get on to the end of it at the second time of asking, but ultimately really strong defending there from Lawrence Hendry. He hasn't had a lot to do. This is Jamie Cowan, but we know that he is a fantastic goalkeeper. A big shout out to him coming from his dad, Mark Cowan, the only member of the Las Vegas Cupar Hearts Loyal. Come on, son, he says. An opportunity now on Thistle on the right hand side. It comes into the centre of the box. It is in! It's in! It's an equaliser for Garrowhill Thistle. No offside this time, and a fantastic header as the ball was sent into the box by captain Robbie Lattler. And there was Jamie Thompson in the centre of the box to head it in. 1-1.
Brilliant finish. Fantastic. Great headed goal there. I think it deserved it from what they've done so far in this start of the second half. It's definitely well deserved. 100%.
Yeah, really strong start to the second half. Great ball there from Robbie Latta, the skipper, proving his worth from the right hand side, sending it into the box as Latta's doing his bit to get the Garrowhill Thistle cow going. But what a header from Jamie Thompson. It looked as though the cross was just a little bit behind him. He stoops down almost to get it and then heads it into the bottom corner. Fantastic work, and Kane, you've got to say they've absolutely been worth a goal for their start to the second half.
100%. I thought it was very unlucky to have that first goal chopped off because of that offside. Although it was tight, you know, and it was the correct decision. It was unfortunate for them, but they just need to keep the concentration and do it again, and you never know, they might find themselves ahead.
And there was a chance for Cupar Hearts at the back post, and the hand goes up there, 3 points to the spot. Cross sent into the box. Cammy Greenhill pokes it up with the first touch on the right foot, but then it collides with an arm in the centre of the box. referee pointing to the spot. It will now be an opportunity, just moments after getting an equaliser, Cupar Hearts will have the chance to take the lead. It was come off the arm of Ben Shaw there in the box. We haven't had an opportunity to see a replay. We didn't look like there were too many complaints from the Garrowhill Thistle defenders.
Tell you what, my score prediction could well and truly be on here.
Well, here's Richie Lawson. He's being booed. Chorus of boos coming from the away fans, but he silences them as he strokes it into the bottom left-hand corner. Cool as you like from Richie Lawson, making amends for his earlier missing this one, and after suffering an early equaliser from Garrowhill Thistle, Cupar Hearts find themselves back in front.
Absolutely. Brilliant penalty, sent the keeper the wrong way. Just noticed there's been a booking handed out there.
Yeah, I think that's gone the way of, is it Lawrence Hendry? Received that booking.
I think so.
I think that's perhaps there is protest in the build-up to the penalty, but what a start to the second half. Cupar Hearts so dominant in the first half. Second half comes out and there's Garrowhill Thistle. Looks as if they'd got themselves an early equaliser. No, ruled out for offside. They go back up the park again. Jamie Thompson gets an equaliser, and then almost just, 2 minutes later, penalty awarded, handball in the penalty area, and there is that man Richie Lawson to step up and stroke it home. 2-1 Cupar Hearts. They have another hand back on the trophy that they hold from last year.
Well, it was end to end at the end of this first half, certainly carried into the second half here, and I mean, just look at this, it's really astonishing. To the pace of the second half has certainly been second to none.
What do you think that'll do for the kind of match dynamic here? Because we noticed in the opening stages of this second half that Garrowhill Thistle were well on top. They were creating chances. They got themselves that equaliser. But you just feel like that Cupar Hearts goal could perhaps take the wind out of their sails. Great work from Greenhill though. As Greenhill puts it back across the centre of the box, it's going to fall. A massive opportunity for Kieran Band at the back post. Just couldn't set himself, off balance in his left-footed effort. Goes over the top. It was nearly 3-1, Kane.
Well, I've got to say, big sigh of relief from me. We're still on for this
prediction. Yeah, your 2-1 prediction.
Although, for a neutral perspective, you don't want to see the rest of the game goalless. It would be lovely to have another one. At the moment, at the start of the half, you would have thought it was Garrowhill that would have ran riots, but it's back in Cupar Hearts.
Scott Chegg telling us in the comments, Richie Lawson with a goat emoji, greatest of all time. He's saying, and do you know what, for what he's provided to one of the best amateur teams to have ever played the game in this competitions, over a century of history to it, you know what, strikers like Richie Lawson will be remembered for generations. So we'll allow the comment section to start their own GOAT debate. Richie Lawson with a goal in a final, just as he did in the semi-final, to help his team on their way. And it's going to be a foul there in the centre of the park on Jamie Thompson. Good work from him. It's it's a booking that's been shown.
I think it's for his reaction there towards the referee. I'm not too sure if it was to do with the actual challenge. Didn't seem too rough.
Yeah, I think maybe
take that one back.
Yeah, of course. I think Liam Kelly's been shown a yellow card there just for stopping Jamie Thompson in his tracks as he broke with the ball in the centre of the box. But my word, Kim, what an opening 13 minutes of the second half we've been able to enjoy. When the Hearts go up to win the Scottish Cup, you'll be there, is the chant coming from the Cupar Hearts ultras just now. They're certainly confident. Can you see Cupar Hearts holding on to this?
Well, I said in the first half I thought they probably could have held on for their win, and then Garrowhill came out and certainly shocked me with a big surprise. So at this point I think it's hard to tell, but you know, if they show the quality that they did in the first half, I think they're more than capable of seeing it out. But Garrowhill have looked dangerous.
An opportunity here for Simpson though. Simpson could be in again here. Simpson bursting, he's chasing, and it's Eli Simpson with an opportunity save. Fantastic save from Jamie Cowan. It was great track backing as well, we've got to say, from from Kyle Baker just to put him off, but what a save from Jamie Cowan, showing exactly why he's a member of the national squad.
Absolutely brilliant save there. He makes himself big, tries to put him off, and he's certainly done that.
You just see the pace there of Eli Simpson on the counter-attack. That's going to be a massive threat for Garrowhill Thistle. But this is real end-to-end stuff, because now Scott Young has got the ball in the other box. He's going to fall back for Scott Young. Looking to play it to the edge of the box. Ross Grant can't get onto it. And I thought there was going to be a foul in the halfway line. Nothing given as Paul Thompson heads it clear. Yeah, just a word on Eli Simpson. A couple of opportunities. He of course scored the goal that was disallowed. He's gone through there. It's a massive opportunity. Good save, of course, but you can really see he's a proper threat with the space up front.
Yeah, very, very quick, and I think he certainly in the second half caused Cupar Hearts' defence a good bit of trouble. Perhaps that much trouble has caused a bit of cramp. Perhaps.
Yeah, it's looking like Lewis McGlashan has been readied for Cupar Hearts here. He's going to come onto the pitch. I think Gavin Moffat is down with, yeah, as you said, looks like a little bit of cramp. So McGlashan, you would expect, will come on for Moffat here. No? Okay. I think he's seems to be okay to continue for the time being. No, he's making his way off now. So yeah, Gavin Moffat will leave the field. Central defender replaced by number 18, Lewis McGlashan. But a solid performance from the defender so far, Kate. Yeah,
he's done well. Certainly in that first half kept Garrowhill at bay. Just unfortunate in the second half, for him anyway, that they managed to take away a clean sheet. Because both sides did get clean sheets in their semi-final wins.
Throw in down the line sent by Band as Boylan heads it on. Now an opportunity for Shaw to try and spread his legs and make a counter. Not to be used. McGlashan heads down. Looks like there's been a little tactical change here. You don't see this often. Kyle Baker, who has played the majority of this game off the left-hand side as a left winger. We know how good a player he is. Has now stepped in and is playing as a central defender after Gavin Moffat had to leave the pitch. Lewis McGlashan is filling in on the left-hand side, and oh, lovely work there. Really, really good play from Mitchell Barkley. As Barkley picks it up again. Barkley uses his left foot, can pick out Shaw on the left-hand side. Here's Shaw, his touch lets him down, but it was offside in any circumstance.
He'll be relieved to see the flag up there, I think. As he says, the touch just let him down. We are going to see another change here.
Substitution for Cupar Hearts after 62 minutes.
Leo Spittle is telling us who needs Mbappe when you've got Richie Lawson.
Well, he's certainly got the pace anyway.
Looks like we're going to have another change here for Cupar Hearts. Substitute being readied is Lachlan Murphy. Lachlan Murphy making his way onto the field. Murphy will slot into that midfield position, having replaced goal scorer Ian Boylan. So that's Boylan run his race, Kane, but that's a memory that will live with him forever, whichever way this goes, that opening goal.
Yeah, I think to score at Hampton, I think it's probably many footballers' dreams in a national stadium on such a good pitch, as we've said tonight, in front of a large number of his club supporters. Certainly will treasure that moment.
Absolutely. If you are just joining us, we're about midway through this second half in this Only Sport Scottish Amateur Cup final. Cupar Hearts, the holders, leading Garrowhill Thistle by 2-1. They of course went a goal ahead through Ian Boylan just on the stroke of half-time. Fantastic volley. Then Garrowhill Thistle came flying out the traps in the second half. Eli Simpson had a goal chopped off for offside before teammate Jamie Thompson then levelled with a brilliant stooped header. But that level scoreline lasted just a matter of minutes, because from the penalty spot Richie Wasson was able to calmly stroke the ball home to reinstate Cupar Hearts' lead as they now enter the final 25 minutes of this game with their eyes on the prize. They look to try and make it 2 Scottish Cups in a row and become the first team to have done so since Colville Park way back in 2017. Work here from Cupar Hearts. They seem to have just taken the sting out of this game as McGlashan will go and chase down this left-hand side. And another substitution, this time for Garrowhill Thistle. Martin Murphy will make way for Craig Meffin. A few changes now. Kane, do you think on a pitch of this size, these players of course aren't probably used to covering as much ground as this in normal circumstances? I think that's going to be required.
Yeah, I think, you know, that when you look at the size of the pitch, it's definitely not what they're used to, you know, probably when they're playing at home or away and in the leagues or sort of other cup games as well. It's probably double the size.
Sent forward by Paul Thompson. And an opportunity, as I think Eli Simpson's going to be offside there again. Yeah, Simpson just caught offside. I think he knew that himself. Just love this competition though. 115-year history, one of the oldest trophies in the country, as we see a lot with a lot of competitions, whether that be at amateur, junior, university or professional level in Scotland. A rich footballing history. 115 years ago this competition was born. There have been many sides to have won it over the years. These two sides, Garrowhill Thistle competing in their first final, never won it before. Cupar Hearts had played in this final 3 times before eventually being crowned champions for the first time last year. They look to try and make history to become the first team from Fife to have won it twice. Last year, of course, already made history, becoming the first team from Fife to have won it since 1989. Manager Sean Simpson knows a thing or two about playing at this ground and playing well. He was, of course, a former player of Queen's Park. Now an opportunity for Richie Wasson as Richie Wasson plays it down for Cammy Greenhill on that far side. Cammy Greenhill looking to deliver a cross into the box, but not behind. We spoke earlier about Lauren Shanklin being in attendance today. I actually wonder if Austin McPhee is watching along, perhaps in this live stream or in the ground. Austin McPhee, of course, with very close ties to Cupar as a town, having set up the AM Soccer Academy. A number of the current Cupar Hearts players, of course, would have played in those teams growing up. Big team round about that area. And just sent into the box as a header. Looks as though it just goes over the top and out for a goal kick. Yeah, Austin McPhee, of course, current set piece coach at Aston Villa, involved as an assistant manager in the Scotland setup as well. I think manager Sean Simpson was speaking in local paper The Courier about his influence on Cupar Hearts and him as a coach. Lovely story that's sent forward. Eli Simpson can chase this one again. It's going to fall over Baker. Simpson looking to get onto the end of it. There's a few complaints that he was held back there. Sure, Liam Kelly will disagree. Which is though that Cupar Hearts have done well just to weather the storm in the second half, have they not, Kane?
Absolutely. I thought, you know, the first opening 15 minutes or so of the half, certainly with a good amount of pace. But I thought Cupar Hearts have done probably what they planned out to do, you know, regardless of going a goal down probably. In terms of fighting back, they would have wanted to kill off the game and prevented perhaps any sort of comeback.
Good work from Thompson again, as Thompson is fouled. It'll be a free kick and an opportunity to play forward quickly. Eli Simpson and Jamie Thompson weren't in the same frame of mind as Robbie Latta, but the referee will pull this one back as Sabanda was on the floor, so they will have another opportunity perhaps to try and send this ball into the box. Reece Laurie telling us, get Jay McFall on or we riot. So we're seeing a few substitutes make their way onto the field. Do you think Garrowhill Thistle could be answering the wishes of our friend and Reece Laurie in the comments and bring on a substitute? It's not looking like it's going to be him, but there are a couple of subs making their way on for Cupar Hearts.
I think Ross Wilson's getting ready to come on for as well.
Yeah, it looks like Ross Wilson is being readied for Garrowhill Thistle, as is Liam Craig and Ryan Gray for Cupar Hearts. They're not going to make the changes just yet. They're going to wait until after this ball is sent into the box, and it's a slip there and an opportunity now for Cupar to try and break with that. Here's Richie Lawson. Lawson does so well. There's Grant. Ross Grant can play it wide from a lovely little turn. McGlashan does well to play it back from Murphy. Murphy sends it into the box. It's going to head all over everyone else, and Callum McCauley will grab that, and an opportunity now for Garrowhill Thistle to try and get themselves forward. Here's Ben Shaw. Ben Shaw a little short with that pass. Eli Simpson trying to use his body to get in front of Scott Young, but the referee has adjudged that to be a free kick.
I think Lawrence Angel will probably be rather glad that, you know, that nothing came from that slip.
So
yeah, Lisa Banda will make way. Fantastic performance from him so far. Liam Craig will come on in his place. Sabanda, and no rush, makes his way off the field of play. And Liam Kelly will also make way. He's replaced by number 6, Ryan Gray. It's 4 changes now for Cupar Hearts, using their squad well as Gray and Craig come onto the pitch for Sabanda and for Kelly. And as we said, there will be a substitution very soon for Garrowhill Thistle as Ross Wilson will make his way onto the field. And he, I'm just waiting to see who he'll replace. Fourth official hasn't got his board up yet, but he's going to replace Michael Curran. So Michael Curran is off. Ross Wilson will come on. 3 changes for Garrowhill Thistle, 4 changes for Cupar Hearts. Just under 17 minutes to play here left at the National Stadium. Still Cupar Hearts 2, Garrowhill Thistle 1.
Yeah, both sides are definitely going to need a set of fresh legs. You know, as we said earlier, the extensive size of the pitch is definitely not what they're used to. Also, the fact that, you know, both sides have worked effortlessly here. They're really going at it, both of them, given everything that they've got. You know, Cupar Hearts trying to hold on to what they've got, and Garrowhill are trying to break forward at every chance they get.
I've got a comment coming in from Jack Bainey saying that Lisa Banda is the best amateur player in Scotland. Says, well, if there's an opportunity now as Ross Grant got the ball on the edge of the box. He's going to play this wide from Murphy. Lachlan Murphy It's looked bright since coming on. Knocks it wide for Kieran Band. Could see Murphy, a technically gifted player, composed in possession. Perhaps the fire extinguisher that you need to try and cool off the situation, calm everyone down into the closing 15 minutes of this match.
That's quite the comparison.
Fire extinguisher. Richie Lawson. It's Latter. No fall for Band. Now here's Lachlan Murphy. Oh, fantastic footwork again. He'll find McGlashan on the left hand side. McGlashan, can he deliver a cross? It doesn't quite beat Paul Thompson at the front post, and now Garrowhill Thistle can clear. Been knocked on by... Well, Ross Wilson was looking for the run of Eli Simpson there. Couldn't do it as the ball was knocked inside. It's going to come all the way through, not quite for McGlashan, as Thompson will come away with it for Garrowhill Thistle. Entering the final 15 minutes now, Kane, what do you think the Garrowhill Thistle coaches and staff will be telling their players from the side of the pitch to try and encourage them to get an equaliser?
I think, to be honest, they need to really start pushing forward, trying to press Cupar Hearts higher up into the pitch, you know, try and get them into their own half, and even if they are comfortable in possession, a bit of pressing in Cupar Hearts' half can easily create a chance, even perhaps a goal, and they just need to keep working at it. You know, opportunities like this set piece here gives them another chance to get forward, and you know, if they can see things out right, they can comfortably sit in the half here.
Good ball there. It's going to find Simpson. Simpson slips. Sarcastic jeers from the Cupar Hearts Ultras just in front of Eli Simpson, who's done so well all evening for Garrowhill Thistle. But a lovely little pass there from Mitchell Barkley. I think if he's probably, if anyone, going to have the key to unlocking this defensive Thistle, or to try and get themselves back into this one, but it's just not really going Eli Simpson's way. Caught offside a couple of times, falling over there, but we know that he's a player that can provide the difference.
Yeah, spot on there. He has looked lively for Garrowhill whenever they have gone forward, and you can see by his movement, you know, he's always looking to try and play on the line of the defence, and just unlucky for him, he has been caught out by the offside trap a couple of times.
Here's Hendry. It's been nicked by Richie Lawson. It's Hendry caught slipping as Richie Lawson looks to go for the near post finish. Smashes it into the side netting. A real let off there for Garrowhill Thistle.
Yeah, I thought he maybe could have picked a better option. The angle certainly wasn't in favour for him. It was probably one of the harder strikes you would have seen.
I'm going to ask to give a shout out for Ross watching in Lookers, loving the commentary. Big shout out to Ross. Ross Wilson unable to get the ball under control there. It's going to come out for Cupar Hearts throw in. Believe some of Eli Simpson's friends are in the comments, taking great laughs from his misfortune moments ago. We can assure you that dive does. I was going to say dive there. Sorry, that slip doesn't encapsulate his performance this evening. A real threat up front for Thistle, who I'm sure won't have had his last chance in this match. His opportunity now is Cupar Hearts back into the box. It's headed off the crossbar. Another opportunity. Come back for Murphy. A header off the crossbar. Another opportunity goes a begging for Richie Lawson. Could have had a hat-trick today, Kane.
I know. That was absolutely fantastic block. Absolutely brilliant. I think he's injured himself in the process as well there. He's going to go to ground and hopefully waste a couple of minutes, but I'm sure the referee will have that on his watch.
Big shout out to Finlay watching the game in Dubai. That shout out comes from Kieran Mackay. Tom Cairns telling us that Ross is the best, and that's coming from Aidan and Matthew. I'm assuming that's Ross Grant that shout out is for. Cupar Hearts looking to try and get themselves another goal in this one. They don't look set on their... Oh, it's a wild challenge there. Cammy Greenhill, I think that was on the right hand side, taken out. Wild challenge there from Ben Shaw. Shown a yellow card, sliding in.
It's a fair call from the referee there. Definitely a yellow card for me. Gone in very harsh.
Yeah, I think it was Liam Craig, sorry, that was subject to that challenge. We're into the final 10 minutes now. What would you like to see from both sides as we enter the closing stages?
Well, I'd like to see Cupar Hearts get a goal from this free kick, but that's not going to happen, is it?
Headed down the line. Strong challenge there from the skipper. Ball sent into the corner, looking for the run of Mitchell Barclay. Mitchell Barclay is going to keep this one in. Does really well on the turn, trying to get beyond substitute Ryan Gray, but it's going to go out for a corner, and we know what Mitchell Barclay is capable of with that left foot of his. Looks like there are a couple of more changes being readied for Garrowhill Thistle, but Barclay sends it in, punched clear by Jamie Cowan. It's sent back into the box. There's Jamie Cowan able to keep it in his arms. No corner given. We can reveal that Lee Jack and Jay McFall are being readied at the side of the pitch. They are waiting in the technical area for the next break in play to get themselves on. So more firepower for Thistle. There's Lee Jack and I think Jay McFall. There were a couple of shouts from those in the live stream hoping that he would get some minutes. There's a push on the back, and it's perhaps a really silly foul to give away on the edge of the box there.
Very dangerous area.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Ross Wilson was actually going to get anywhere near that. As another yellow card is shown, but this provides a real big opportunity now for Thistle to have a shot on target from the edge of the area. I think this is one for Mitchell Barclay to get his left foot around.
I'd love to see that happen. It would be quite the story. Keep us here for an extra while if it does.
Yeah, Craig Meffin is standing over this with his right foot. On the left foot is Mitchell Barclay.
We're going to make the substitution first.
This one is quite close. It's in the D. Difficult to get the ball up and over the wall from this distance, and to try and beat a goalkeeper of Jamie Cowan's quality. Cowan has set a rather tall wall. Will it be Meffin or will it be Barclay? It's Barclay to take with the left foot. Well over the crossbar. We've seen all evening that Mitchell Barclay is a gifted footballer, strong left foot, but it just wasn't to be here. A couple of substitutions to bring you now. Elliot Shanks is going to make way for Jay McFall. And another substitution to bring you as Ben Shaw makes way for Lee Jack. A few more shout-outs to give you. Graham Curry, asking for a shout-out for Ross Grant. So it's like watching Platini. Also to give a shout-out to Bertie from watching the game inside of Greg's. Connor Patterson has also asked for a shout-out to himself, so shout-out to you, Connor Patterson. And a big shout out to Stuart Patterson and Charlie Longnidge watching the game from Hampden Park. That comes from Robert Hilton. Also had a shout out from Scott Chegg. It was an opportunity now here for Cupar Hearts to add to their advantage, but Scott Chegg saying that Kane, shout out to you, the co-commentator, for your 2-1 prediction. He says you know ball.
Well, came into the game, you know, I confidently said at the start as well, I don't like predicting score lines, but I tell you what, my luck might be on my side tonight, although I don't want to speak too soon in case I end up jinxing it.
Hannah Smith also asking for a shout out for Connor Patterson. Marco here is telling us that a Robbie Latter goal, perhaps a captain could provide an equaliser again after providing the assist for the first one as the ball comes into the box. Well punched clear by the goalkeeper. And we've got Ian McElraith telling us that Jay McFall is going to score a last minute winner. There seems to be a popular boy in the comment section. We can bring you another change. Cupar Hearts make their final change as Kieran Band is replaced by Greg Meikle. Arthur Grant telling us great performance from Ross Grant. The Aperols are queuing up. Big shout out from Jim Rowe to Christine watching the game in Cupar as well. Ian Lister's asking for a shout out to Torchy from Springfield. Big shout out to you, Torchy. And of course Charlie Burns want a shout out to Lachlan Murphy, who we've spoken about, has looked bright since coming on. Plenty more shout outs to get through. Kieran Mackay asking for one for Jed Christie from Sam Scott. It's now an opportunity for Cupar Hearts to extend an advantage. Here's McGlashan. It's played wide. Is now Richie Lawson. We'll find it on the left-hand side. Lawson looks to send into the box. Well cleared by the goalkeeper. A second opportunity, and it's in! The substitute, he's only just come on the pitch. It's Greg Meikle. Surely has secured a second Scottish Amateur Cup final victory in a row for Cupar Hearts. They have one hand on the trophy already, Kane.
Brilliant play, absolutely brilliant. I watched it come out wide there, and you know, it's the ball into the box causes danger. I mean, unable to deal with it there, Garrowhill Thistle, and is punishable. Those kind of balls can be punishable, and you've seen in that situation there, it's ended up in the back, and fair play, just off the bench and bagged the goal already. I'm sure he'll be happy.
Was that his first touch? I don't think Greg Meikle actually touched the ball before scoring there. So good work again from Richie Lawson, of course, on the left-hand side. But what about that? What do you think is going through his mind just now? Just come on the pitch at Hampden Park, final sub with minutes to go, and has all but secured a second Scottish Cup in a row for Cupar Hearts. What do you think he's thinking just now?
I'm sure that adrenaline rush will be going absolutely crazy, but he needs to keep his concentration. There's still another 2 minutes to go. I know there's a 2-goal lead, but you know, you see how quickly goals can go in football, and they just need to see it out now, Cupar Hearts, if they want the victory. I mean, it is surely on their way.
It's Cammy Greenhill still showing his pace so late on as Thistle look to try and send it goal, but it'll come into the arms. Less than 2 minutes to go here at Hampden Park. Cupar Hearts 3, Garrowhill Thistle 1. Greg Meikle extending their advantage moments ago with his first touch off the bench. Shout out to Sheriff Connor, watching with his girlfriend Ash in Dundee as well. Robbie Latter playing like a prime Cafu, says Marco here. Willie Christie saying, come on Meikle, you dancer. Champions again, ole, ole, as the shouts in the live chat. As now Richie Lawson coming forward again. Lawson plays it wide as Lachlan Money, and it's from distance. An ambitious effort, but here's Greenhill. Greenhill knocks it back over onto his right foot. It's flicked back for Greenhill, sends it to the back post. Here's goal scorer Greg Meikle. Can he get another one? It's Murphy looking for the shot, deflected wide. So Cupar Hearts here. Shout out to wee Jinky and delivering the pies to the games from Baines. Shout out to Lewis McGinty, who's watching the game on the radio Shout out to Alan Stevenson and to Big Cheese and Wee Beansy, 2 legends.
I wonder how many Cupar Hearts fans were enjoying the donuts that were getting made by Kyle Baker.
Now, we haven't had an opportunity to see a replay. We thought that Greg Meikle had scored the 3rd goal, as did the stadium announcer, as did everyone up in the gantry, but it's looking like everyone in the comment section is correct, isn't it? It was actually an own goal. So it wasn't Greg Meikle that got on the end of that. We'll try and see if we can get a little replay of that as we're now into the final 5 minutes. We're into injury time. An opportunity again for Cupar Hearts. Goal kick. But Kane, 5 minutes of additional time indicated by the 4th official. Can you see any way back for Garrowhill Thistle now?
No, to be honest, it's by the way that Cupar Hearts are going forward, they're really trying to keep them in their own half now and just let the game do its thing, see it out. Don't think they would complain with another goal, to be fair.
Yeah, I think over the course of the 90 minutes, Cupar Hearts probably deserve to come away with the trophy for a 2nd year in a row. Fantastic ball out for this right hand side. Here's Lee Jack. Lee Jack looking to try and get beyond his marker. As Lee Jack comes away with it, can set himself, knocks it across goal. It's going to fall back, you'd think, for an opportunity. The side-footed effort on the right foot just collides with the body, and it's an opportunity there for Ross Wilson to try and get a bit of a cleaner header than that. Unable to do so. Shout out to Scholesy Boing Boing, says Lewis Cunningham. Shout out to Cammy Walker, says Cameron Hain. Robbie playing like a prime Chadu Ree, as we're hearing it right back. That's a little downgrade, I believe, from the previous comparisons to Cafu. Shout out to Caspian and to Marco here, as well as to Ash Brown. Finally pass says shout out to Kieran Mackay holding the job for more than a month. So well done to you, Kieran. Shout out to the Sterrings from William Hogg and to Sam Ellis from Zach Ellis. Here's Cammy Greenhill on the right hand side doing so well, looking to try and lift the ball over the goalkeeper. Can knock it in. Super Cooper boing boing, says Scott Chegg.
There's a great ball there.
Shout out to Lewis Fairkid, the man with the corner flags, says Kieran Mackay, and shout out to Sean Kirk. Not going to repeat the middle name there. Also a big shout out to Owen, Charlotte and Leah from Michelle G. Plenty of shout outs given out to our lovely watchers. Nearly 1,500 watching this game live just now as we approach the closing stages. Kane, what have you made of this as we verge on the final whistle? How much have you enjoyed this evening at Hampden and what you've seen from these two sides?
It's probably one of the better cup finals you can ask for. You know, it's full of action. We've been treated to 4 goals. You know, there's been quality shown from both sides. More particularly though, Cupar Hearts, who have managed to well near enough secure their 2nd in a row.
There's great work again from Lachlan Murphy. This throw-in goes down the line for McGlashan. McGlashan knocks it back for Murphy. And here's Meikle. Really good play this from Cupar Hearts. Real mature performance this year. It was a nervy one last year, but they've looked so assured all evening. Other than that little spell in the first kind of 10-15 minutes of the half. Now Callum McCauley will send it long, as we are not far away now from being able to crown Cupar Hearts champions of Scotland for a 2nd year running. You can see that the Cupar Hearts ultras have made their way to the fence, ready to embrace the players at full time. The roof is going to come off this place at full time. all sent forward. And a free kick awarded to Cupar Hearts, and for persistent fouling, Robbie Latta goes into the book. How impressive have you been with the attitude of Garrowhill Thistle tonight, though, Kane?
I mean,
done well to get themselves back into it, and underdogs going into this one, but they've put up a decent fight.
they have. I mean, for me, it's been disappointing. You know, they will be disappointed. Of course, why wouldn't they be? But I thought, you know, when they came into the game after at half time, I thought, could they come out and do something special? And they did. They came out and equalised, and you know, they really boosted off that energy left, but it just didn't sustain for too long. And
just very quickly before we get the full-time whistle, Ken, can I push you for a man of the match?
Oh, for me, I think it's got to be probably Cameron Greenhill. You know, he's created a lot, especially in that first half. He was very lively, and yeah, for me, he's put up a good display.
Yeah, well done to Cameron Greenhill for receiving the eFootball Scotland TV Man of the Match for the Scottish Amateur Cup final. Of course, there will be a presentation at full time where the SAFA will award their own Man of the Match. But well done to Cameron Greenhill. Fantastic performance on the right hand side of midfield for Cupar Hearts. He's been central to everything that's been positive for the side. As the referee blows the full time whistle, history is made at Hampden as Cupar Hearts make it back-to-back Scottish Cup final victories. Champions of Scotland once again, and for the first time in history, a team from Fife have recorded 2 Scottish Amateur Cup final victories. A fantastic performance all round from Sean Simpson's side. They took the lead very late in that first half on the stroke of half-time when Ian Boyling smashed one into the roof of the net on the volley, but they were pegged back shortly after in the second half. Eli Simpson had a goal chalked off for offside, but his teammate Jamie Thompson got Garrowhill Thistle back on level terms with a header. That did not last very long though, because a penalty was awarded to the holders. Just 1 minute later, Richie Lawson stepped up and dispatched that, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way to reinstate their leads. Then, with just under 3 minutes to play, we thought it was Greg Meikle with his first touch who managed to extend their advantage by a goal and all but secure the Scottish Amateur Cup for a second year in a row, but we've been corrected by those in the live chat who believed that it was indeed an own goal. Kane, a fantastic evening at the National Stadium. Congratulations to Cupar Hearts, commiserations to Garrowhill Thistle. Your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, right from the get-go, both teams looked like they were really up for it. I thought in the first half, Cupar Hearts just seemed to hold that stronger hand, and you know, they showed that through the chances that they created. You know, there was plenty of livelihood, you know, in both sides, and defensively they were both spectacular in that first half, and it was just unfortunate for Garrowhill to concede so late on. I think it threw them off a little bit going into half time, and then towards the second half they did bounce back really well. I'm not too sure obviously what the situation was at half time, what was said, perhaps what they believed, but it certainly worked for a small while. But then Cupar Hearts showed their dominance once again, and they have gone and secured another cup. Yeah,
this is quite a remarkable achievement to win a competition like this 2 years in a row. We see it year after year, fantastic amateur teams winning this competition or even getting to the final, and their teams are completely ransacked by junior clubs and senior clubs trying to get hold of all of their best players, offering them money to play, and then you see squads are then decimated from then on. But no, Cupar Hearts have been able to keep together a really strong group of players who'd done it last year for the first time in the club's history, and now they make it 2 in a row. They become the first team to do that since Garrowhill Park back in 2017, and I'm sure this group of players, Sean Simpson and his players, will hope to try and make that 3 in a row next year and become the first team to have done that, I believe, since Murrayfield way back in the 1930s. So if we come back next year and this lot are still here, which would not surprise me by the way, we could have some real history on our hands. Commiserations to Garrowhill Thistle, of course, a 3rd division side in the Greater Glasgow Premier League, making it all the way to Hampden for the Scottish Amateur Cup final. Fantastic achievement from them They were good all throughout this evening, particularly in the opening stages of the second half. They are receiving their applause from their supporters, which includes Scotland international Lawrence Shankland applauding them as they make their way off the pitch. But tonight it is all about Cupar Hearts and their thousands of fans who have travelled through the south side of Glasgow to cheer on their team. Well done to their ultras section, well done to all of their supporters who made their voices clear and loud throughout the afternoon. Well done to our match officials, which includes referee Graham Murphy. Now do not go anywhere because we'll have our medal presentation coming very, very shortly. First of all, our ball boys receiving medals for their efforts. Kim, what do you think this means to the Cupar Hearts players, having done it last year? You would think that would be the pinnacle of their amateur careers, but do you think this one will top it?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's fantastic to win a competition 2 years in a row. Shows how dominant they can be. You know, displayed by the performances today. You know, as you said earlier on, they're a special group of players. They work so hard. They're so well drilled, and they're such a great team together. And you know, it's well deserved.
Yeah, the player of the match has just been announced by the SAFA. That goes to forward Richie Lawson. Fantastic performance from him. Just pipped to the YFS man of the match by teammate Cameron Greenhill. But Richie Lawson will receive a trophy for his player of the match in the Scottish Amateur Cup final. Fantastic performance. How impressed were you with Richie Lawson tonight, Kane?
Yeah, of course, second to none. Brilliant in the attacking displays. You know, the runs he was making were amazing. You know, it was a constant threat, particularly in the first half for me. You know, he was getting forward, creating chances. Really unlucky with that strike that just fizzled past the post. And you know, he's been very, very, very lively, as I says today.
Yeah, it's so important for their overall build-up as well. Commiserations to runners-up Garrowhill Thistle, who will receive their runners-up medals just now. We'll have a little break in commentary, but don't go anywhere. We're heading pitch side to try and get some interviews and some reaction from our managers and players. So do not go anywhere. We'll leave you in the capable hands of Kane Maxwell to talk you through the medal presentation and trophy lift. Delighted to say I'm joined by Cupar Hearts head coach Sean Simpson. Sean, try and put into words how you're feeling just now. 2 in a row, Scottish Amateur Cup final champion yet again.
I don't know if I can put it into words, to be honest. I said earlier on, getting here last season I felt was a once in a lifetime opportunity. So to do it again back to back is a dream come true, honestly. I mean, you've seen this support, what it means to them, what it means to the players. It's an incredible feeling.
Does this feel even more special than last year? Yeah,
it does. I know how hard this competition is. I've played in it myself for a number of years. It feels almost impossible at times. And this season I felt we did it the hard way. This is our 9th tie. 8 of them have been away from home. So, you know, even the one game we did have at home wasn't even at our park. It was on an Astro because we had to get the game played. So I felt we've done it the hard way, and that makes it feel more special to me. And the fact that, you know, we've had to go to really tough places and grind out results, and you know, you need a bit of luck along the way, but it certainly makes it feel more special when you can do it back to back.
We need to speak about the brilliant fans as well. We heard them last year, we've heard them again this year. How important are they to the success of this team?
I can't actually put that into words how important they are and what it means. I mean, there's 50,000 this place holds, and it sounds like there's 50,000 here at times. I'm trying to shout on instructions to the players, and they can't hear because the drums are going. You know, the guy with the megaphone's blaring, and you know the noise they make is incredible, and it's fantastic to hear them and what it means to them, and you can see them celebrating just now. It's unbelievable.
There has only been one team that have won this competition 3 times. That was way back in the 1930s. I know it's early, but next season, what's the plans? Surely the ambition is to get here again.
Of course, you know, the main thing with this competition is it puts us into the big Scottish Cup again for next year, which is obviously massive for an amateur club. We want to try and sustain what we can. We want to get stronger every season. I believe we can do that. You know, we've got a point to get on Saturday to secure a league first. We've got another trophy to go for after that. So we'll do those first, and then we'll worry about next season.
Sean, thanks again. Congratulations.
Perfect, man. Thank you, mate. Thank you, buddy. That's it.
Cold now, eh?
I know, it's getting off the chill, isn't it? She's never played this pitch. Yeah, team was on it.
Before everyone goes, can you get a picture of everyone?
To come back again and do it twice is just surreal, really.
Cameron, does this feel better than last year?
A wee bit, mate, yeah, but the first one, obviously, it was great. But to come back and do it again, it's unbelievable, mate. Like, there's not many teams that have gone and done that, and the support we've had today, you just see how much it means to everyone and every player. Honestly, it's an unbelievable experience.
Yeah, you're both touching on that support. We saw it last year. I mean, there are literally thousands of people in Cupar, whether that be here or we had in the live stream people tuning in from Turkey and from Australia watching you boys play. How important, Richie, is that support for your own success?
Oh, it's massive. I mean, like we always have a good support wherever we go, so we're forever grateful to them because it makes it more fun playing football, doesn't it, when you've got some fans behind you. So yeah, it's just brilliant.
Cammy, no team, or in fact, sorry, one team have won this 3 times in a row. That was away back in 1930s, I believe, Murrayfield. Do you think you boys can perhaps do the near impossible and go again next year?
Look, we've definitely got the ability to do it, but like you say, it's a long competition, and look, you try your best, don't you? We'll come back next year and try and do it again, try and go for 3 years.
Richie, you received the Player of the Match award,
yeah.
Got to walk up the famous Hampden steps and receive that trophy. What was that feeling like?
Oh, it was nice, really nice. I mean, I didn't actually think I played that great today, to be honest with you. I ran my heart out, held the ball in quite well, got myself on the score sheet, so happy days.
Cammy, the reason we brought you up is because we had our own Player of the Match award in the commentary booth as well, and you received that. How pleased were you with your own performance and to hear that accolade as well?
I thought I was alright. I thought I could have been better, a little bit more clinical maybe in the final third, but no, I put a shift in, so I'm pretty pleased with it. At the end of the day, mate, I could have played terrible and we've won, so I'm no bothered. I could have played terrible.
And that's all that matters.
Exactly.
Richie, Cammy, thank you very much for your time. Once again, congratulations. I'll let you now go and
Pleasure,
enjoy
mate.
your
Pleasure.
night. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, mate. Pleasure.
And unfortunately, that is all we have time for. Thank you very much for joining us on Youth Football Scotland TV for this evening's Only Sport Scottish Amateur Cup final. Well done again to Cupar Hearts. They've made it 2 in a row, and as the boys have just told us, they're going for 3 next year. Will that happen? Well,